Alrighty, we are live. Of course, since the YouTube algorithm sucks, and there's a lot of updates that I guess they need to fix. But besides that, getting into the topic. Or I guess I should probably wait until some people start joining so they're not confused on what I'm gonna talk about. Normally, I just start, but eh, yeah, I'll just start. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Renly Raccoon here, and I want to speak about something. What I want to speak about is something that I guess I've created many, many years ago that I guess I had forgotten about. But it wasn't until today that I remembered I even created this in the first place. It was not really a project, but a very long discussion video. Back when I was younger, discussing topics like what I was gonna do if I ever became a YouTuber, what my channel name was gonna be, where I would go if I ever reached any of my milestones. Things like that, right? So, bringing it up now, I can say that without a doubt, there's a lot of things that I feel back when I was younger, I never really, cause I used to, cause one thing that I will tell y'all, right, is back then when I was younger, I used to be a very ambitious child. Like, I used to be like so passionate about things, right? That's one thing I can definitely tell y'all that I was. Like I used to just talk about all kinds of things. Like, oh, I'm gonna make like gaming videos, or I'm gonna like make like vlogs and like VODs, shorts, and I mean that's what I'm doing now for you guys. But it's just like with with the way that YouTube is going, as far as their general direction, it's terrible. It's bad, in fact. Like, I remember I had one of my friends that I've known that was like, "Yo, like, look at what YouTube is doing over here. They removed the dislike button, forcing you to like, you can't even see how many people like your video. Half the time, you can't even see how many people subscribe to your channel." Which, now that I think about it, that was a lie, because you can see how many people subscribe to your channel because through settings, but that's besides the point, right? Because I feel like I'm getting a little off topic, but one thing that I can say is that, like, sometimes I really don't know where I want to go as far as a general direction as what to name this community. And what I mean by that is, I'm gonna bring up a good point here, right? Corey X Kenshin, great guy, very amazing YouTuber, heavy inspiration to most even. In fact, it was a lot of people's childhoods, including my own. Why I bring him up is because it's just like he was the kind of person that when he was at his lowest, he still didn't let that affect his ambition. And I mean, like he had ideas. He knew what he wanted to do, and this was like back when he was in high school, like his high school phase and everything. And like when he used to do things like Twitch and everything. Um, I could basically say that's kind of where I am now with my life. Like I just got like I got out of high school about like 2 3 years ago. Uh oh, what's up? Tristan Guler 2588. Welcome to the live. What's next for me? That's the thing. What's next for me? I mean, like, I guess when I start having this community rise up to where I want it to, I'll continue. And I guess start finishing a lot of the projects that I said I was going to, but never really. I either had the ambition to do it or I just either forgotten about it. It gets to that point of life where, like, people, a young audience, they want to become a YouTuber, but it's a lot of work. Sometimes it's like when you don't have like your very own editing team to do things for you, you literally got to do everything yourself. Which, I mean, that's kind of what I've basically done. A large portion of my life was like everything by myself. And I'm not gonna say that was like every like every point of my life, starting from like the very beginning up to now. No, I had a couple people help me here and there with things like every once in a blue, but you know, with how life is and people being busy and you just being busy yourself, you never really have time just like even for yourself. And as much as people would want to say it, oh hey Calvin, how's it going? Welcome to the life. But as much as people like want to say it time and time again, y'all, like people can say all the time, oh, I got you next week, or maybe tomorrow, maybe next month, things like that. It's like things often always get forgotten. You got to make time for yourself no matter what. Oh yeah, of course. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Of course it's always good to make time for yourself, of course. But it's like me as the kind of person that I am, it's like if I really had to put it into words, like, what I was discussing in my last life, I'm an altruist. Like, I often think about people a lot. I mean, so much so to a point where it's like sometimes I would often get distracted. Sometimes I would like forget something that I wanted to do for myself. Or even at times, like I'll just think of somebody because it's just like, you know what, let me check in on them, see how they're doing. It's been a while. Things like that. It's nothing wrong with that, guys. Take this from me, okay? Actually, take this from anybody that will literally tell you, like wise folk and all that. There is nothing wrong with checking in on those that you care about, even if you're busy throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month. Heck, even the whole yearly calendar, you may be busy. Who knows? But as far as my ambitions, though, I'm very surprised in myself. Like, I'm almost at my next goal, y'all. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I'm at 82 right now, and like almost like 40K views, which is amazing. Thank you guys so very much. But it's like, dang, man. I'm burning through these goals kind of quick, ain't I? It's like, I remember like when I first created this channel, it was like I had nothing basically. I had like no subscribers, I had no views. In fact, I didn't even have a thought of what I wanted to upload as a video. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me brainstorm a little bit. Let me see, kind of what's trending. But whatever is trending, I'm just gonna do it in my own unique way, my own unique style. Everybody does it, including Corey Kenshin. He's not really a person. And actually, besides just even Corey, right? Great YouTube legend, by the way. Just besides even him, people like Markiplier, people like Jacksepticeye or Aber Ryan or Cub Scouts. Yes, I know those are big YouTubers that I've named that have like over a million or whatever. But notice something that they do, right? Even if it's like them recognizing the trend, like recognizing the algorithm and stuff like that, right? They understand that they have to put their own creative mindset within it. You always have to think ahead of the game. And that's what I've always been trying to do. Like, when it comes down to being a YouTuber, it's a competition. It really is. It feels like that to a lot of people. But to me, it's like, is it really a competition though? I mean, I don't really see it as that at all. I'll keep it a bean with y'all. I don't see doing this YouTube stuff as a formal competition at all. It's like, why would I why would I care about trying to be better than another YouTuber? It's like that's just like cornball activity. It's like, no. You feel me? Just like just do you. That's all you gotta do is basically just do what you want to do. If people end up liking it, then they like it. If they love it, then cool. All right, keep up the trend, keep up the consistency. If they hate it, then by all means, they can scroll on by and find another person that I guess they find enjoyable. Hey, Mr. White, what's up? Okay, Breaking Bad reference, huh? What's up, man? What's good? Kanazel. I like that name. It's a pretty unique name you got there. But nothing much, just discussing something as, as a deep topic for the channel, that's all. But glad you're tuning into the live though. But it's just like yeah, like see what people don't get, right? Is like the only reason why people would say that it feels like a competition as far as like when you're starting YouTube and just trying to make, I guess, either a living or just doing this for fun. Chuck Norris once gave a what? What does that mean? Goofy, bruh. But yeah, all right. Not to lose track. Sorry, because I had to read that. But Yeah, though, like YouTube, it really is a competition now. Like, as much as I wanted to deny it, it really is. Cause, like, like me, for instance, right? I'm a small creator, like a very small creator, and I mean that in a sense where it's like, bro, I didn't even hit 100 yet. I didn't even hit my first 100 subscribers, man. But I know when I do, it's like that's a good step. Don't get me wrong to you, but people won't really start watching you consistently at least until you're like at your first 1,000. Once you're there, it's like, yeah, you're gonna start seeing some very large numbers and like consistent people and all that. People coming in and out of like work or whatever. Maybe they're in college, maybe they're at home, just watching your videos constantly. And it's like, you know what? I feel like that's one thing that I definitely need to work on is like uploading some dang videos. Cause I know I upload shorts, I'm doing lives and everything, but I got like no videos. I got zero videos, bro. I feel like I need to start uploading some videos. Low key. And you know what? For y'all, I just might upload a lot of entertainment videos. I'm gonna start like uploading a lot of my gaming clips and stuff like that because I thought about it. I said, you know what? Do I want to upload my gaming clips or like my like long gaming videos or like my long gaming recordings from like my PlayStation and just like upload that onto YouTube? I feel like a lot of people might like that. Who knows? Like a lot of like my Fortnite games, a lot of my Minecraft games and stuff like that. Moments that I had with friends and everything. I feel like those might be some, very memorable moments that a lot of y'all might enjoy. But again, if not, then that's totally fine, totally understandable. It ain't for everyone. That's another lesson that I feel like a lot of small YouTubers need to know that sometimes certain content's just not gonna be in everyone's taste. And well, as you eventually grow, expand, and get better at your craft, mastering your channel, mastering the algorithm, as some people used to say, then, well, things will get better. And it's like, it's just like, I know it's been a couple of months now. It hasn't really been a year yet, but the fact that I made this channel a few months ago and it's already almost at like 40K views, I'm like, wow, dang, bro, we about to be at like 50K before the end of the year. In fact, I'm not even gonna lie. What do y'all think? Y'all think we can get to 100K before the end of the year? I mean, if we do it, I feel like then I would do something special for y'all. Like if we get 100K on this channel, I will drop a gaming montage for y'all. Probably like a gaming clip. Like I will have like a collage of clips that I would just like make for y'all. But whatever those clips may be from my PlayStation that I end up uploading, well, I'll let y'all know in the communities tab, which I also haven't touched in a good minute. But it's just like every YouTuber I see, like I just look at them and I say like, wow, I'm trying to be like them one day. I'm trying to get like them. I'm trying to be where they are right now. Cause like, just look at them. They were like the bottom of the barrel YouTubers, and now you got them reaching like their first 100K, their first 1 mil, their first 10 mil, and then eventually they get 50 mil, which is rare for like a lot of channels, and it's just like wow. But to that last guy that asked me that, what was their name? Tristan Giller, right? What's next for me after after my YouTube journey? Well, man, if I'm being completely honest with you, uh, yeah. Again, I guess what would be next for me would simply just be finishing all my projects. That's it. That's what would be left for me, to be honest. Like that would probably be like the last step. And after that, it's like, again, uploading YouTube content. Trust that, believe me when I tell y'all this, I am not quitting on anytime soon. Anytime soon. I'm 21. You ain't gonna see me quit YouTube at least until my 60s. And even when I'm old, I'm probably still not gonna quit. Who knows? Things can always happen. So, but it's like, I'm the kind of person where I don't care about the money that I earn from YouTube. All right, I don't care about that. What I simply care about or aim to care for is laughter, smiles, and people just enjoying my content. That's it. That's all I aim to make this channel based on. What I plan to have this channel be consistent about is just having people smile, just having them laugh, have a good old time, bring some friends over, bring some